That is the Chief Technology Officer of Meta. He is Palantir's CTO, that is ChatGPT's Chief Product Officer, and he has worked at OpenAI and Palantir both. Why are they all in military camouflage? That's because on June 27th, all four of them were commissioned into the US Army. The US Army has a nerd squad, and it is at the center of one of the darkest chapters of world history. The future does move fast, and while militaries around the world have a history of civilian contractors, this is a commissioning meaning. They are all now lieutenant colonels of the US Army. When J.R.R. Tolkien wrote about the Palantir in his legendary Lord of the Rings, he probably had no idea what the word itself would be used for in the near future. Francesca Albanese, a UN Special Rapporteur investigating allegations of genocide in Gaza, has named and blamed Palantir, among other companies. Her report to the United Nations Human Rights Commission has flagged the lucrative business of war in Gaza. Why does she blame Palantir and other such companies? Palantir has had deep strategic ties with the Israel Defense Forces, often credited for the way targets are identified. Backed by facts, Albanese says, and we quote,
"In January 2024, Palantir announced a new strategic partnership with Israel and held a board meeting in Tel Aviv in solidarity. In April 2025, Palantir's chief executive officer responded to accusations that Palantir had killed Palestinians in Gaza by saying, 'Mostly terrorists, that's true.' Both incidents are indicative of executive-level knowledge and purpose vis-à-vis the unlawful use of force by Israel and failure to prevent such acts or withdraw involvement."
It isn't about the salaries, benefits, or even stolen valor. This is about the all-seeing Palantir from Lord of the Rings and the US Army's Nerd Squad. In 2025, Palantir is a corporate giant, working in technology with a vision to provide AI-powered automation for every decision-making. It is a publicly traded company. In fact, it does so well that in September 2024, it entered the S&P 500. 46 years after the last defense company managed to get into the coveted market index. There are many who believe Palantir is a data company. It is not, in the company's own words, it is a software company that claims to not monetize data. So what does it do? In August, Palantir signed a $10 billion deal with the US Army. Yes, that is 10, followed by 9 zeros, and that is just for the Army. With this massive deal, Palantir has become one of the major contractors of the US government. It is almost the face of Donald Trump's crusade against so-called inefficiencies. You must have seen the shocking videos of ICE agents from across America that is partly facilitated by Palantir. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement of the USA have a $30 million contract with a software company to build the so-called Immigration OS. According to the published contract justification itself, the operating system would provide ICE with near real-time visibility on people self-deporting from America and would also help immigration agents choose who to deport. And so, the Big Brother theory Palantir's surveillance softwares are being used across the world. In Germany, an AI-based software called Gotham is already being used by police in 3 of the 16 federal states. It reportedly provides in seconds enough data to profile a citizen. Apart from name, age, address, and contact information, it also gives select social media information. Of course, privacy rights activists are concerned. Palantir is backed by Peter Thiel, a German-American who also invested in Facebook in the early stages. Thiel is a self-proclaimed libertarian. The hypocrisy is clear. What is more concerning is the views of Palantir itself. The company has tried to project itself as the face of America First, and it does so by peddling conspiracies and selling fear back to the states. In March of 2025, Donald Trump signed yet another executive order that went under the radar, shrouded by all the theatrics. The order was innovatively named Stopping Waste, Fraud, and Abuse by eliminating information silos. But what it essentially does is allow data sharing across federal agencies. So, is Donald Trump looking to create a database on his own fellow countrymen?